Hi, this is Archana. Today I am going to explain the types of directional relays. Okay, first, what are the types of a directional relays? The directional relays are classified into two types. That is, first one is the induction type directional power relay. Next one is the induction type directional overcurrent power relay. Okay, these are the two types of a directional relays. In that first one is the induction type directional power relay. Okay, this type of relay operates when the power in the circuit flows in a specified direction. This relay will be operated when the power flow is in the specified direction. Okay, this type of relay is essentially a wattmeter. The direction of a torque depends upon the direction of current relative to the voltage. Okay, this relay operates when the power through the relay will reversing in case of a motor. Such relays is used to prevent the motor reversing the direction of a rotation. Due to that reverse direction of the motor may be failed. Then in that case we are using the directional type of relay. In that case we are using the directional type of relay. Okay, this is the main aim of a directional power relay. Next one is this is the construction diagram of a induction type directional power relay. In that we are having the two electromagnets. This is the one electromagnet and this is the another electromagnet. This is the upper electromagnet and this is lower electromagnet. Okay, this upper electromagnet we are taking as the E shape and lower electromagnet we are taking as a U shape. Okay, in that upper electromagnet it consists of an aluminium disc. It consists of an aluminium disc. This is the aluminium disc. This aluminium disc is connected to the upper electromagnet. Okay, it consists of an aluminium disc which is free to rotate in between the poles. These are the two poles, upper pole and the lower pole, or two poles of a two electromagnets. These are the two electromagnets. Okay, the upper electromagnet carries a winding on the central limb. This is the upper electromagnet. This upper electromagnet carries a winding on the central limb. This is the central limb. It carries the winding which is connected to the potential transformer. Okay, this is connected to the potential transformer. This is from PT. Okay, that upper electromagnet carries the winding on a central limb. This is the upper electromagnet. It carries the winding on the central limb. This is the central limb which is connected to the potential transformer. Which is connected to the potential transformer to the circuit voltage source. Okay, next one is the lower electromagnet. This is the lower electromagnet. It has a separate winding called the current coil connected. Okay, it has a separate winding called the current coil. This is the current coil connected to the secondary of a CT. Connected to the secondary of a CT. Okay, this is from CT. Connected to the secondary of a CT in the line to be protected. In the line to be protected. Okay. Next, the current coil is provided with a number of tappings. This is the current coil. This current coil having the number of tappings. These are the tappings to the plug setting multiplier. This is not shown in the figure. Okay. By using this multiplier, we obtain the desired current settings. By using this multiplier, we obtain the desired current settings. Okay, the restraining torque is provided by the spiral spring. In that, the restraining torque is provided by the spiral spring. This is the construction of an induction type directional power relay. Okay, first it consists of two electromagnets. This is the upper electromagnet and this is the lower electromagnet. The upper electromagnet having the E shape and lower electromagnet are having the U shape. Okay, this upper electromagnet carries the coil in the central limb and it is given to the PT and it is given to the PT, potential transformer, and one disc will be connected at the same upper magnet. Next, this is the lower magnet. In that we are having the current coil. That current coil having the so many tappings. By using this tapping we adjust the currents, we adjust the levels, current levels. Okay, this will be connected from the CT. This is the constructional diagram of a induction type directional power relay. Okay. Next, coming to the operation. First we are taking the V as a reference. Vector. Okay, next one is the flux phi 2. The flux phi 2 due to the current will be nearly in phase with the operating current. I. Next one is the flux phi 1 due to the current in the potential coil will be nearly 90 degrees lagging behind the voltage. The angle between the phi 1 and V is the 90 degrees. Okay, the angle between the phi 2 and the V is the theta, and the angle between the pi 2 and pi 1 is the alpha. Okay, and the current I will be in phase to the phi 2. Okay, the interaction of the fluxes phi 1 and phi 2. The interaction of fluxes phi 1 and phi 2 with the eddy currents induced. in the disc produced by the torque. Okay, the direction of a driving torque on the disc depends upon the direction of a power flow in the circuit. The direction of a driving torque will be depends upon the direction of power flow in the circuit. Okay, when the power in the circuit flows in the normal direction, that means normal operating condition. Okay, the driving torque and the restraining torque help each other to turn away the moving contact. From the fixed contact. Okay, reversal of the current in the circuit reverses the direction of a driving torque on the disc. Due to the production of a reverse torque, then the disc will be rotated. The disc rotated in the reverse direction. Okay, then the moving contact closes the tripping circuit. Okay, this is the torque equation of a induction type directional power relay. In that, the torque is directly proportional to the flux phi 1 phi 2 sin alpha. Okay, this is the phi 1 is proportional to the applied voltage and phi 2 is proportional to the current. Okay, then alpha equal to 90 minus theta, then torque is proportional to the Vi, replaced by pi 1 and pi 2 by V and I. Okay, then that is proportional to the Vi sin 90 minus theta we are taking as the cos theta. Then the torque is proportional to the power in the circuit. Vi cos phi means the power. Okay, then the torque is proportional to the power in the circuit. This is the torque for the directional induction type of directional power relay. The torque is directly proportional to the power in the circuit because the pi 1 and pi 2 are directly proportional to the voltage and the current, are directly proportional to the voltage and current. It will be depending upon the voltage and the current. Then the pi 1 and pi 2 will be replaced by the V and I. Pi 1 and pi 2 will be replaced by the V and I. Therefore, the alpha will be taken as the 90 minus theta. Then sin of 90 minus theta will be equal to the cos theta. Then the power formula is the VI cos theta. Then the torque will be proportional to the power in the circuit. Power in the circuit. Okay, the direction of a driving torque on the disc depending upon the direction of a power flow in the circuit. By using this equation, the torque direction will be depending upon the power in the circuit. Power in the circuit. Okay, the power in the circuit flows in the normal direction. The relay remains in the inoperate. Okay, under normal operating conditions, the relay does not operate. However, the reversal of the current in the circuit causes reversing the torque is produced in the disc. Then only the relay will be operated. Under reverse direction of the torque production, then only the relay will be operated. Okay, next type of the directional relay is the induction type directional overcurrent relay. Induction type directional overcurrent power relay. The directional power relay is unsuitable for directional protectional relay under short circuit conditions. Unsuitable for the directional power relay under short circuit conditions. When a short circuit occurs, the voltage has very low, therefore less torque developed in this. Overcome this problem by using the directional overcurrent relay. Induction type directional overcurrent relay. Okay, this is the independent of the system voltage and power factor. The induction type directional overcurrent power relay is independent of the system voltage and power factor. Okay, this difficulty in the power relay will be overcome in the induction type of directional overcurrent relay. Okay, constructionally it consists of two parts, that is the first one is the directional element and second one is the non-directional element. Okay, this is the constructional diagram of a directional overcurrent power relay. It consists of two sets. One is the directional element and other one is the overcurrent element. Two sets of a power relays. First one is the directional element and second one is the overcurrent element. First one is the directional element. It is the directional power relay. It is same as that of a directional power relay. Same, it consists of two magnets, upper magnet and the lower magnet. Upper magnet we are taking in the E shape and lower magnet will be taken in the U shape. The winding will be carried on the central limb of the upper magnet that will be connected to the PT and lower magnet carrying the current coil. Okay, the potential coil of this element is connected. This is the potential coil. The potential coil of this element is connected to the PT of the system voltage. Next one is the current coil. The current coil of the element is energized from the CT, energized from the current transformer by circuit current. This current coil is energized from the current transformer. Okay, the tripping contacts of a 1 and 2, the tripping contacts, this is the tripping contacts 1 and 2. The 1 and 2 of the directional element, the 1 and 2 of the directional element is connected in series with the secondary circuit, in series with the secondary circuit of the overcurrent element. This is the overcurrent element. The second one is connected in this and first one is connected this lower magnet. The tripping contacts of 1 and 2. This is the 1 and 2 tripping contacts of directional element is connected in series with the secondary circuit. This is the secondary circuit of overcurrent element. Okay, the directional element must operate first the 1 and 2 contacts closed. Okay, the directional element must operate first the 1 and 2 contacts will be closed in order to operate the overcurrent element. In order to operate the overcurrent element. Okay, this is the directional element. This is the constructional diagram of a directional overcurrent power relay. It is the directional element. It is essentially a directional power relay which operates when the power flow in the specified direction. This relay will be operate when the power flow in the specified direction. Okay, the potential coil is connected to the potential transformer. The upper limb potential coil is connected to the potential is connected to the potential transformer to a system. The current coil of the element is energized through the CT, is energized through the current transformer by the current. Okay, the tripping contacts 1 and 2 of the directional element are connected in service with the secondary circuit of the overcurrent element. The tripping circuit of 1 and 2 elements are connected. The 1 and 2 elements of directional element are connected to the secondary circuit of overcurrent elements. Okay, this is the directional element. Next, second one is the non-directional element. Okay, it is similar to the non-directional overcurrent relay. Non-directional element is similar. This is the non-directional similar to the non-directional overcurrent element. This is the overcurrent element and it is also called as same as that of a non-directional overcurrent element. Okay, the spindle of the disc of element carries a moving contact. So the spindle of the disc of carries a moving contact which closes the fixed contact. After the operation of a directional element, the plug setting bridge is also provided in the relay. Okay, in the relay we are using the plug setting bridge, okay, of current settings. The tappings are provided on the upper magnet of overcurrent element are connected to the bridge. Second one is the non-directional element. It is an overcurrent element. After the operation of directional element, it will be operated. Okay, the tappings are provided on the upper magnet. In that case, the tappings are provided on the upper magnet. Next, coming to the operation, under normal operating condition, the power losses under normal operating condition, the power losses in the normal direction in the circuit protected by the relay. The circuit is protected by the relay. Therefore, it does not operate in this condition. Okay, under normal operating condition, the relay does not operate and overcurrent elements are unenergized. Okay, therefore, when the short circuit occurs, or power flows in the reverse direction, the disc of upper elements rotates. The overcurrent elements are energized. Then the circuit breaker will be operated. That means when the short circuit obtains. When the short circuit obtains, the power flows in the reverse direction. The power will be flowing in the reverse direction. Therefore, the disk of upper electromagnet rotates. The disk of upper electromagnet rotates. The fixed contact then disconnect the circuit breaker. Then it disconnected the faulty section of the circuit. Okay, this is the overall operation of a induction type directional current power relay. This is the overall constructional diagram. It consists of two elements. First one is the directional element and second one is the overcurrent element, and it also operate on the non-directional overcurrent relay. Okay, directional element is same as that of a induction type of power relay that will be added to the non-directional overcurrent element. Both the operations will be obtained within the same relay. That relay is known as the inductional type of directional overcurrent power relay. In that we are obtaining the two operations, and in that we are checking the two conditions. That is, the one is the direction and other one is the overcurrent. Both the cases the relay will be operated, and both the cases the relay will be operated. The directional overall the directional part will be operated when the direction of the motor or the generator will be changed. In that case we are using this directional type of relay. If the direction will be in the normal condition, and that means in the same direction, the relay will not be operated. Then in that case, if any overcurrents are obtained, in that situation also the relay does not operated. Only this relay will be operated when the directions of the motor or generator will be reversed. In that case only the relay may be operated, and also the overcurrent are obtained in that circuit or in that condition. Then in that situation only the relay will be operated. That means it consists of two elements. First one is the directional element and second one is the overcurrent element. Okay, the directional element is same as that of a directional power relay, and the overcurrent element is same as that of a non-directional overcurrent relay. It operates on operation and construction of this is same as that of a non-directional overcurrent relay. Okay, the directional element construction and working will be same as that of a directional induction type of directional power relay. Okay, in that same as we are having the three parts. First one is the upper magnet, lower magnet and the disc. The disc will be rotated when the direction of a generator or motor may be changed. In that case only the disc rotates in the reverse direction by using the reversing of the torque. By using the reverse direction of the torque, the disc will be rotated in the reverse direction. In that situation only the relay will be operated in the directional power relay. In this also we are having the same working principle. After that we are checking the overcurrents. If any overcurrents are obtained in that circuit, then this circuit will be operated. In that we are using the same non-directional overcurrent relay principle. We are having the upper magnet and lower magnet, and then we are using the one disc. The disc will be rotated if any short circuits are obtained in the circuit. If the short circuit will be obtained in the circuit, in that case the disc rotated and then it closes the circuit, then only the circuit breaker operates, and the circuit breaker disconnected the faulty section. Okay, this is the overall the construction and working of a directional overcurrent power relay. It consists of a two parts, directional element and second one is the overcurrent element. The directional element is same as that of a directional power relay. The overcurrent element is same as that of a non-directional overcurrent relay. Constructionally we are having the same parts, but the operation will be a combination of both the directions and the over currents. Directions and the over currents. This type of relays will be suitable at the generator and the motors. Generator and the motors. In the case of a generating station or in the case of a distribution systems, we are having the so many number of generators and motors are there. In that case, if any reversal of the input will be obtained in the generator or the motor windings will be damaged. In that case, we are using the directional type of overcurrent relay. Okay, the generators and the motors are having the large equipments in the distribution and a transmission and generation systems. The cost of the generators and the motors are very high. Then in that case we are using the directional overcurrent relay. It will be in the safe zone. Okay, that's why we are using the directional overcurrent, directional induction type of directional overcurrent power relays are used. In that we are using the directional, we are checking the direction of the input and also we are checking the overcurrents also. Both will be checked by this relay and then the relay will be operated. Then the generator and the motors are to be within a safe zone. Okay, this is the operation, construction and working of a directional relays. Basically, the directional relays are classified into two types, that is the induction type of directional power relay and second one is the induction type of directional overcurrent power relay. Inductional type of directional relay we are checking only the direction, and inductional type of directional overcurrent power relay, in that case we are checking the direction and also overcurrents. Then the relay will be operated. Okay, this is the basic construction, working and operation of a directional overcurrent relays. Okay, thank you.